What's up, guys? It's Pastor Theo, and it's a different setup. It's a new day. We just got home from church, an amazing day of grace, and I finally have a chance, after processing it, worshiping, hanging out with my Grace family, and coming home, to unpack that Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence fight. Here's my reaction. Check it out. Hey, what's up, fam? First of all, thank y'all so much for subscribing and liking. Thank you so much for turning on your notification bell and allowing the Theo Shaper experience to bless you, inspire you, make you laugh, and also challenge you to be the best you can be so you can go out and make an impact in your world. So my content, it's about transforming you. And sometimes that's through entertainment or inspiration or my passions, what I love, and using that as analogies or figurative pictures to help you be a better you. A better woman, a better man, a better leader, a better husband, a better wife, a better CEO, a better servant, a better nonprofit executive, a better entrepreneur, right? A better doctor, a better lawyer, a better teacher, a better pastor, or a better preacher, imam, rabbi. So this is another one of those. And listen, I got a different setup. You know, my wife just got back from Honduras. They did a phenomenal job on a mission trip, and so we're like super exhausted and tired. I'm about to go to bed at 2 o'clock. I'm just happy to have her back home. The kids are happy to have her back. I know the church was happy to have her back, and I'm definitely happy to have her back. But then also the fight last night. She brought me back a ginger ale from Honduras. I'm gonna pop it open. So yeah, it's pretty neat. The fight last night. Where do I start? Also, to shout out to, it'll be my honor. I would love to meet Showbiz the Adult one day. Follow his YouTube channel. I think as a passionate fan of boxing, a boxing aficionado on a grassroots level, nobody does it better. And that's the Black Two Sugars. I follow him, and what he represents is those of us who are passionate about the sweet science, right? I was, if you watch any of my videos or know my story, I talk about my childhood a lot, and that's because I want you to have a reference point, and I want you to have context for what I'm diving into. But before my father, went through his thing and whatever, go back and watch the other videos and know the story. When he was still in his right mind, he allowed me to share a passion of his, and that was boxing. And we love Mike Tyson, Custom Motto. And we knew when Custom Motto died, Mike Tyson, that was, in our opinion, as a 7-year-old watching with his dad, then him getting with Don King and all that stuff. I've been a passionate fan of boxing. Some of my favorite boxers of all time are, of course, Muhammad Ali. I love Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. And then, I kind of got away from boxing. Boxing, kind of like the WWE, became stale until this young man known as Floyd Mayweather Jr. Came out with Triple H. And you can tell from a marketing standpoint, he was going through a rebranding, and he became the villain. But he was obsessive. Him and Kobe were cool, which there was a connection point there. And I fell in love with Floyd Mayweather's game and just his genius and his brilliance, not only being a mastermind of the craft, the science. He's been doing this since he was 2 years old, 2 or 3 years old, but also the media, managing it as a black man in America, optimizing the tools God gave you, not making excuses. And, so you see a lot of those parallels with some of my ethos and some of my values. But about Floyd retires, he fights Pacquiao, he fights Berto, and I need a new guy to cheer for. So I start cheering for Errol Spence Jr. Man, I love this dude, right? And started back getting into boxing. And then Tank Davis was coming up. And then I got introduced to Sean Porter. I love what Sean stands for. Shout out to the Porter Way podcast. But then on ESPN, somebody that wasn't getting enough shine, and I think that has a lot to do with Bob Arum. He wasn't getting a lot of play. This dude named Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, country boy, cornbread eating, black as me, dark as me, grimy as me, and just no pomp and circumstance, no smoke, no mirrors. We weren't even aware of who he was fighting. So it made it look like he wasn't fighting great talent. But then I started watching Bud, and then Stephen A. Smith started talking about Bud. And Stephen A. Smith has been talking about Bud for years. Then I would watch Max talk about Bud. And I became a fan of Bud Crawford. Right now, just so y'all know, my favorite boxers, keep your eye on Inoue. I can't say his name, Inoue, the boy out of Japan. He just whooped Stephen Fulton, whooped the man, put on a clinic. Bro, didn't see that happen. I love Jerron Boots Ennis. Good night. Frank Martin is nice, but Jerron, I like him. I like Isak Cruz. That boy's a dog, man. That little dude is a dog. I'm a fan of Tank. I like Devin Haney. I love the father-son I love what they're doing with helping him to build generational wealth, have a great career, and just maximize that. I know as a love for the game and a love for the science, and you want to see the best fighters fight or how they win. I know Devin doesn't have a sexy game at all. He doesn't. He doesn't, and you want to see him lose. You do. But I love Sugar. Deontay, because he's from Birmingham, Roll Tide. I think he's from T-Town, Tuscaloosa. Shout out to my Alabama fan. And I like Tyson Fury. I know those are most of your highlighted names. That's because I'm 3 or 4 years getting back into boxing, and you have to attach yourself socially, emotionally to somebody. But anyway, so this fight, SpenceCrawford and Bud and Spence, Errol, the Truth, Strap sees a man down. We wanted to happen for 2 years. And I didn't think it was going to happen. Like last December, like it's falling apart. I thought they would end up fighting somebody else. But like they said, Spence and Errol got on the phone and they made it happen. Listen, I've set up. I'm sorry, y'all. Again, I haven't had time to process until now. Come up from church and I'm exhausted. So let me get to it. I was not expecting that. I felt uncomfortable when Spence was the aggressor in the first round, getting those points and coming forward, pushing forward. And I thought that Bud's he's a puncher boxer, he's a counter puncher. And he's a switch hitter too, so he can go left, right with lead. And so Crawford strategically is matching southpaw for southpaw stance. And if you look at his footwork, he's getting edge in the phone booth. And Spence is an aggressor, but I don't like it. And I don't like it. He's coming at him in the first round, and he wins the first round because he's the aggressor. Spence used to fast start high. But if you know anything about Bud Crawford, him and Tank have this in common, similar to Floyd. They collect data. They are processing. Aggressiveness. I mean, we're seeing that jab. They're just, the more you're giving them, it's like a fight against Cell in Dragon Ball Z. Right? The more you throw at him, the more he absorbs. He just taking it all in and using your energy against you. That's what it is. And I don't like it. I could tell Crawford, he has his defense up. Crawford is bouncing, great hand movement, but Crawford has like a remix version of the Philly Shell. Now, it needs to be renamed because Floyd perfected it. But Crawford was parrying, just throwing it all out.
Sharp jab, fast, explosive jab to the head and the body. And there's a cover.
Right? And Spence just coming out strong. And even Spence making weight. I didn't like him at 147. Right? And I know, now I don't hear any excuses about his car accident, his record, because that boy's a dog. That boy's a warrior. Okay? That's why I believe in the rematch. But I didn't like it. And in the second round, Bud was like, all right, boom, here's a first counter. They're playing chess. I knew it was over in the second round. Second or third round, don't remember quite exactly, but I know it was early. Second or third round when, Hey fam, really quick. Do you like what you're listening, watching? Is this helping you? Well, really quick, before we go on to the rest of the video, please do me a favor, hit that bell, and please subscribe. Put anything in the comments you want me to talk about, right? I need to hear that. I need to feel that, so I can be able to provide more content for you. Thank you so much for subscribing and following. All right, now back to the video. I'll share a video one day too. I'm a basketball coach. I know I'm a lot, yeah, but I love the game of basketball. I love all sports really, but I love the science, how like clocks, like how they work, how it functions, shades, gaps, metrics, measures, breaking down the football field in 3/4 quarters in 3 hashes, right? Splitting it up, gaps, traps, lanes. In boxing, as a coach, and then as someone who's obsessive over nuances and fundamentals, I'm watching Spence initiating round 1, and then Bud comes out, cool, calm, and collected, counters. Right? I see Spence try it again, second or third. I see Bud counter. And in the chess match, Spence doesn't have a counter for Bud's counter. Bud has more tools in his tool belt as far as boxing goes, but we all thought athletically and aggressively that Spence had the edge in the fight. Right? Was just a dog. I remember watching Spence whip up on Sean Porter. Sean Porter's a Hall of Famer. Right? And I'm like, something ain't right. And from the end of the second to the third round on, Bud put on a clinic. It looked like Spence wasn't in his league.
Spence down. Already big on the scorecards. Won the first round on his unofficial scorecard. But again,
it was terrible. And then I think it was a 5th and 6th round. The judges had it 69-61. And I was like, 69-61? No. It was 59-71. That's what it was. I mean, all. And then, you know, a boxing coach or a boxer, professional boxer will tell you, if you can't outbox him, you got to fight him. You got to fight him. If you can't outbox him, and you can't outbox Bud, good God. And I think we all had a great, I mean, I'm talking for us like B-level, passionate fans, pedestrian civilians. I'm not talking about like the expert elite guys who obsess over boxing alone, or they were boxing their whole lives, right? They knew, right? Timothy Bradley knew, right? Sean Porter, he knew, right? You know. And I think, like many, in my gut, because I'm a fan of both, I wanted a good fight. And this is one of the few fights I have paid for. And all 84 and some change. I paid for this fight. And in my mind, I'm thinking it's gonna go 12 rounds, split decision. That's also, as a fan, what I wanted. That's not what we got. Oh my goodness gracious. Yo, in my gut, I said to myself in the second, third round, matter of fact, I'm going to post my text messages to my, I got a bros chat. We play PS5 together. And then I got a young man's chat we got with some of the young boys that go to my church. Young stud athletes, mighty men of God, good boys. Teenagers with a, you know, they dogs, but they smart and they love God. So I'm texting them 1 o'clock in the morning, waiting on my wife's plane to land, all the results. And then during the fight, earlier around 11:30, I'm texting them in live time. I'm going to put on the screen, showing y'all. I'm calling it. And in the second and third round, I said it's over. It's over. And then after that first knockdown, I was like, yeah. Because Spence is frustrated. He's shook. He ain't never been, other than sparring, who you haven't been in the ring. And you're at 147. And Bud, notice, I learned this in wrestling. Jake the Snake Roberts was the best at it. It's called ring psychology, right? Tyson talked about how, you know, you can defeat a person when you first look at him in the eye when you step to him in the ring, right? It's little things like how Michael Jordan would buddy you up, take you out to dinner. Kobe would do the same thing. Take you out to dinner, love on you, right? And then obliterate you the next day. Just soften you up for the kill, right? Ring psychology. Bud was always humble in every press conference. He was always confident saying what he's going to do. But they talked more trash 2 years ago when they met backstage. Y'all seen that viral video?
We go neutral. We go there. Vegas or New York. And then when I stop him, they'll say he's too small. Hey, so when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. On my mic. And he stayed at 147.
He would not stop.
He would not stop. Okay.
You're crazy. Be careful what you're smoking on. Ask me, hey, who the hardest been hit by?
Hey, look, every person that you name, ask him what I done did to him.
Ask me who the hardest been hit by.
It don't matter. If you drop him and I dropped him, what that mean? They both got dropped.
Ask me who the hardest.
They're going back and forth, right? They talk more then. Bud was more humble and appreciative. But I mean, I want you to notice Bud's face and smiles at the press conference, right? The respect from warrior to warrior. But notice boxing night, Bud. Notice boxing night, Bud. Look at his face. You can see it. There's one point where Showtime is splitting the screens, and on one side you see, you know, Spence. He's going through right, and Bud is sitting like this, gone. And I know that look. I have that look. Right? That's that like Kevin Garnett said about Kobe. That's some of us who are we off. We're psychopaths. Right? We're off. And Bud is sitting there just gone. And then y'all, Spence comes out, some music, don't really know. Bud comes out with a fishnet on, a whole outfit. And guess who leads him in the ring? Freaking Hall of Famer, GOAT MC lyricist, Marshall freaking Eminem Mathers to 8 Mile. You can't get more legend than that. Look at my tweet. Even more gangster. Eminem doesn't even sing over his song. He don't even rap. He lets the track play and his original voice play. Eminem just walks. Oh my goodness. Cause ring psychology, right? Bud knew. So ending This video. I'm hurt, man. It was tough. I was tough to watch. That was tough to watch. It would have been easy to watch if we hated Arrow. But we love Arrow. We love Bud. That was tough. My heart still hurts. I'm praying for I ain't never seen anything like that. Dude, should there be a rematch? Of course. Go up to 154. Let Arrow be at his best. And give him a Champions rematch. He deserves that. Bud should give him that because Arrow gave Bud a chance. Right? And when that happens, Bud, stay at 154. Because it's some cats you can see up there at 154. You can see Charlo at 154. Possibly a Canelo at 154. If they don't immediately rematch by the end of the year, which I personally think Spence needs to fight another fight this year, not Bud. He needs to go back, clear his head, make sure he still wants to do this for real. Does he want to make money? Because he's a dog. He's a warrior. That boy, he reminded me of Conor McGregor. You got to kill them. You got to kill him. You got to kill him. They ain't going to. If the referee wasn't going to stop the fight, Derek James, his trainer, nor Spence was going to quit. That was scary, man. God, dog. Boxing is a pugilistic sport. God, dog. Yeah. No, Spence needs to fight somebody else that's up there that he can fight and get his mind back right for Bud. Bud needs to fight Boots or go to 154 straight way and see one of them Charlo boys. Right? See one of them Charlo boys. Yeah. Good God almighty. That part 2 is going to be crazy. If they have a part 2 by the end of this year, 2023, and Bud beats that man, Spence got retired. Ain't nothing else to do after that. Because you can't beat him. And that's hard to say because it's Arrow's the true Spence. But I had no idea, and I don't think the world did, how good Bud actually was. How great this dude actually was. The only male 2-time undisputed champ in 2 separate weight classes. I hope I said it right. That's insane. Did you see what happened? All right. Thank y'all so much for watching. It's Sunday. Rest, spend time with your loved ones. Check on your health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health. Get some exercise in. Get some. Take your vitamins. Be safe on the road. Don't do anything crazy. Check out some more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. All right. Love y'all. God bless. Peace. Hey, fam. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you in any way, please hit that bell and subscribe. And thank you so much for following. And hey, watch some more videos while you're at it. Have an incredible day. Go and dominate. I love you. God bless. Peace.